The Mac at Night Show. Twitter at Mac on the Radio.
Yes!
Let's get it. Let's get it right now. Demi Lovato, go.
This one is for the boys with the boom system, top down AC with the cool system. When you come up in the club, you be blazing up. Got that on deck like you
Keep up, Demi.
He built, he might gotta do. Oh wait, I don't know this one. He tall, he might so. Drip, drip, tell her on a drip, drip. When he make a drip, drip, hit them on a lip, lip. Oh my god, I'm nervous.
You sound like me when I'm rapping in the car.
Excuse me, you're a hell of a guy. I mean, okay, now I'm nervous. I can't do it. There's so many
Okay,
cameras.
all right. But it was a good. I liked
rapper.
it. I liked it. You gotta get Lil Wayne on this. You know
Or
what?
Monster.
Oh,
Just throwing it
yeah,
out
ooh,
there.
Monster. That'd be killer.
I can do so many raps, but I freeze up when there are like cameras around. All of my friends know that I can do every single word to any rap.
But not when cameras are on you.
Not when cameras are on. And I just realized that. So I was like, oh, in my head I was like, this is gonna be so cool. The world's gonna know I can rap.
And you're like, no.
And then I just froze up.
We'll give you a chance at it when everybody's gone, and we'll move cameras out. We'll leave you in the studio by yourself. You'll have a chance to rap tonight with Timbaland, trust me.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta
You
talk.
can give me pointers.
We got one more question for you because I heard you have a ghost story.
I do.
Okay.
I have.
I want you to tell it coming up. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. All right, Demi Lovato, ghost time. I'm ready for this. What is your ghost story? Because I heard it's crazy.
Well, okay. A bunch of weird things had been happening where I was living. And one of the things that had happened was I went to shut my closet door. And, well, okay, before I get to this, I'm actually going to tell you a few instances that happened. There would be times where, like, my dad would lose his belt or whatever. So he would search the house, like, 3 times. My sisters and I would help. My mom would look. We'd look all over the place. And then all of a sudden, we'd go back into his room, and the belt would be, like, perfectly coiled on the bed.
Okay.
And that was just, like, normal for us. There was a time where, like, me, my dad, and my mom, and my little sister, who was a baby at the time, were watching TV. And all 3 of us, or 4 of us, I guess 3 because Madison is too young, we all saw something come down the stairs and go into the kitchen. And we're in the living room, like, right there. And my dad was like, hey, Dallas, can you grab me a glass of Kool-Aid? And she didn't answer. And my mom was like, Dallas, don't be rude. And we all look over there. She's not in the kitchen. Dallas comes walking down the stairs. And we were just like, okay, just another weird thing that happens. Just so many things. Like, same thing with the belt. He was looking for his socks one time. My dad used to wear, like, the fanciest socks ever. I don't know why. Whatever.
You got fancy socks on, Dad?
He's wearing flip-flops today. He's cooled down a little bit. He's retired, yeah. But we would go back into his room, and there would be socks, like, perfectly laid out on his bed. And we would always hear, like, big crashes coming from upstairs. We'd go upstairs, nothing. Like, all the furniture was still in place. Just weird things. So one night, I went to go to bed, and I went to shut my closet door. And when I shut it, I saw a little girl dressed like she was from, like, the 1800s or 1700s, whatever. And it, like, just standing in my closet. And I like froze, and I ran into my older sister's room, and I was like, oh my god, Dallas, please, can I sleep with you tonight? She was like, your face is like white, what just happened? And I was like, I just saw a ghost. And she was like, oh my god. And incidentally, like, actually, I don't know if that's a word, but it's okay because I was homeschooled. I told my mom, like, a week later, but the only reason why I told her is because she was like, hey, were you guys awake and running around upstairs at night, like, the other night? We're like, no, why? She was like, well, because for the past week I've been hearing, like, people running around upstairs, or footsteps, and I'd go upstairs to check it out because it's like 2 in the morning, you guys should be going to sleep, and you guys are dead asleep. And I was like, well, no, we haven't actually, but I did see a little girl in my closet. So,
by the way, yeah.
By the way. And then she hit me with this. She was like, well, you know that when you were 5 years old, I came upstairs into the room that was on the other side of my closet, and you were talking by yourself, and there was a picture frame of a little girl dressed like she was from the 1800s. You know, like, when you buy a picture frame, it comes with, like, a paper thing. And she comes in, and she says, Demi, who are you talking to? And I said, she's my best friend, Victoria. And
it's time for you to move.
But I did, yeah, time for me to Peru. Yeah. So we now live in California.
Okay.
But no, it's just really weird, and I don't remember that happening, which is the weirdest part. And then I saw a little girl in my closet. Just weird. Just throwing it out there. I totally
Creepy.
believe in ghosts. After that, there's no way I can't.
Okay. My girl Demi Lovato. Any other questions for her?
That was the
You got
longest
it?
story ever.
No, it's a ghost story. It's supposed to be long. Hold on. We'll take one more question. Go ahead.
Singing or acting, like what do you think you would be at today? Like what do you think you'll be doing?
I'd be doing something in the music business, writing music, singing background vocals for
Rapping.
someone, rapping. Probably would be like number one, right, guys?
Yes.
No, I'd probably be doing something in the industry. But I don't know. I was watching a movie last night and about a CIA agent, and I was like, whoa, I should have become a CIA agent. That would have been awesome.
I want to be a CIA agent, direct movies, write songs, and be a rapper. Boom.
Yeah.
That's you.
When I was younger, I wanted to be a chief meteorologist.
Nice.
Because I was like obsessed with weather for a while.
Well, you're in the perfect place for weather. It never
Okay,
changes. So
great.
It's humid is all get out. So, by the way, Skyscraper, download the single.
Yes, Skyscraper. Go check it out. It's on iTunes. The music video's on iTunes. The Spanish version. I don't know if it's on iTunes yet. Is it? No, next week. It's coming out next week, but you can, if you look hard enough on YouTube, I'm sure you can find it.
Demi Lovato, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
stopping
so
by.
much
Really
for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Thank you.
The Mac at Night Show. Twitter at Mac on the Radio.